The LA Street Vendor Campaign champions for the rights and opportunities of street vendors all across California. Our first major legislative victory was in 2018 with the passage of Senate Bill 946, which decriminalized street vending.
Senate Bill 946, also known as the Safe Sidewalk Vending Act. It will prohibit counties and cities from making street vending a crime.
946 was not a silver bullet, however, because of challenges with the California Retail Food Code.
Street vendors watched and recorded as county public health employees threw away their food merchandise Saturday afternoon.
It was a catch-22. You're legal to vend, but no, you can't sell food. They would say things like, you need a 3-compartment sink. Who's gonna carry that and in what? And if you're on the sidewalk, where are you gonna put it? Because now you're obstructing the sidewalk.
It didn't matter that we had legalized street vending and for the first time decriminalized street vending, which was huge. Vendors couldn't get health permits. So then the health department became the enforcing, criminalizing force of violence and harassment against vendors in asking them for health permits.
We are the stand that get shown up by the health department 5 times a day, 7 times a week.
Cuando llega Salubridad a confiscar, a quitarle su comida, causan terror y es traumatizante que saber que están tirando la comida, que es lo que va a dar seguridad para pagar su renta, para poner comida en su mesa, para poder mantener a sus hijos.
More than 50% of street vendors are women, and more than 25% of that number are over the age of 40.
Seguían los abusos, seguían quitándonos nuestras cosas, dándonos tickets. Y no le importaba si había niños, si te quedabas sin nada, no les importaba.
Que son dos caminos. Uno es la lucha, otro es resignarse. Y ellos han optado por luchar.
Looking at the core of the problem was, okay, vendors are not fully legal, they can't get a health permit. Why is that? Let's look at the California Retail Food Code. Let's rewrite it. And that is a very different mode of lawyering.
We believe that the people that are most affected by the law should be the ones leading it. And that was really something that happened in this case.
To show up and say, I don't want to run anymore. I want a bill that's actually going to work for me, and I don't want this to be hard for anyone else.
It was always really inspirational to see women that look like my tias going up to Sacramento, getting on a bus, riding for 7 hours, telling their stories.
Aquí vamos, ganamos, ganamos, ganamos.
This was a movement, a campaign, an organized group of people that worked day in and day out for years to get to having a group like Public Counsel join them in this fight and saying we need to lend our weight and power and resources to this movement so that it can succeed.
A win for street vendors here in California. Governor Gavin Newsom has signed Senate Bill 972 into law.
It modernizes the state's retail food code.
It makes it easier for vendors to get permits, lessens expensive equipment requirements, and replaces criminal penalties with fines for code violations.
It was a very emotional, beautiful moment when the bill had finally made it through the state legislature. All vendors from different parts of LA, different countries, different experiences as immigrants coming together in this building to push forward a simple bill of being respected under the state legislature.
Fue una gran emoción que lo pudiste vivir, que sientes que por fin ya hice, ¿verdad? Hice historia y aquí trabajé para mis compañeros, que soy la voz de mis compañeros que no pudieron estar ahí con nosotros.
Es un cambio total. Es muy, muy inspirador cómo ver madres solteras luchando por una vida digna. Y la SB 972 ha sido un gran logro, ha sido una gran victoria.